What's up, everyone? Welcome to this video on uh, the Magic Supremacy mod. It's pretty fun, as you saw. The little video there I did. So let's talk about it. So you start out with this Magic Weaver right here. Also, in case you don't know, this is a very detailed mod. Uh, there is in the description of the mod on the Thunder Store. There is a link to a Google Doc that lists all the items, what they need to craft them, all that stuff, how you get the items to craft with, and stuff like that. It's very detailed. So this is the Magic Weaver. The first thing you make, it's often the Distant Origins thing. You need a Rose Heart Crystal, Ether Fractured Remnant, some Dandelions, and some Bronze. And you also need to made a Forge. And that is how you get your first little craft thing. To get the Rose Heart Crystal, which is... Let me see where that is here. Here they are. These things right here, you need to kill Ecthair. There's I think there are 100% drop from him. Because that's how you need that to make the thing. And then you also need just the forge, and then you can push this down, and that'll allow you to craft your first stuff. The only thing you'll be able to craft really when you start is the dim iter. You need this to craft other things, so you need to go get Surtling cores, you need to go get Dragorf eyes, and you need these Ether Fractured Remnants, and everything, all these remnants, all these spirits and stuff. Not that chest. So these spirits of lights, the spirits of totems, and the spirits of these Ether Fractured Remnants, they all drop from mobs. Every mob in the game. And then you just craft these dim Ethers, and that allows you to craft your first items, which will be like the light color set. And all the stuff needs this dim iter. So make sure you get a Surtling core farm going, and also that you can go and get a bunch of Greydwarf eyes. So don't kill your Greydwarf spawners out in the world. Just go over there and farm one for a long time. That's how I got all of mine. And there you go. You also need some troll hides, so make sure you kill some trolls to get the light color set. It's all the same, and you need bronze, of course. To get the light color book, you need arcane pages. They can drop from any mob in the world. The tougher the mob, like bosses and things, the higher the chance to drop. They're not over 100%. But something like the Elder is like 20% chance that'll drop it. And that'll get you that'll get you these arcane pages. And they're used to make these books, which gives you extra stuff. They always give you the plus 150 max carry weight, which is the belt you buy from Haldor. And then they give you the extra thing they give you is this one, as the light color set, gives you extra 30% spirit damage. And something like the Death Color Codex gives you plus 15% poison. But like I said, they all give you the plus 150 max carry weight as far as I can tell. And then you'll want to make your weapon. And unfortunately, I went wrong the first time. Luckily, I have the Reclaim mod. Don't make the Daystar. You can't use it early on because you don't have the Iter to use it. It requires... To start with, I don't know why. I guess because my magic is so high right now, I have 5 knocked off the how much it costs to cast. This thing costs 50 base Iter to cast. You cannot get 50 Iter from the beginning. Also, this isn't like a weapon. This is like a light source / kind of minion thing. Here, I'll show you. So it's this weapon right here. And what this does is it does this. It puts that thing in the air, and anything in this area takes spirit damage over time. And of course, it also casts a lot of light in the area, but everything takes spirit damage over time that's an enemy with this. Then you have the other one that you don't want to make, the Candle of Vital Light. The reason why you want this one is because this is the heal, but it costs, what was it? I don't know why, but it doesn't show it off in the tooltip here of how much it costs. But in the document it does. It says the Candle of Vital Light costs 50 either. Oh, the Daystar does cost 45. Okay, I got those two confused on their cost. But what this does is it allows us to heal ourselves. 60 health per tick and a duration of 10 seconds. So that's why that's there. And then you have the, this is the weapon you want. This is the Luminaris. This only costs 10 ITER to use, and it does that. Do be careful, because you can take out your own stuff. It is an AoE of damage. So do be careful of that. But it does do AoE damage. That's what I'm doing. I'm just making sure everything's repaired from it. Because I wasn't supposed to do that. Go over here, away from your stuff, to throw out a ball of light that explodes. You can't really see it during the daytime, especially with the light from the staff and the snow on the ground, but it does do an AoE explosion, as you see there. If we throw it off kind of into the shadow, and it does AoE. It does a great deal of AoE. You can just kind of like just eat anything with this thing. This is just awesome. This is as a first beginning set. It's great. You start with 6 elemental plus 6 elemental, 6 blood magic with the light color set. So this is like really good. And I also only have like the base set. I haven't upgraded it at all. I have 32 armor with this set. This is just great. The mantle gives you a 6% ITER regen, so you definitely want to get that. And you resist poison. If you like I said though, if you don't have a mod that allows you to use backpacks plus cloaks at the same time, make sure you do use your backpack if you wish. But it is worth getting a mod that allows you to do that. It just helps you out a lot. You don't need the cloak to wear the 3-piece set. You just need 3 parts to get the bonus, which is the elemental magic and the blood magic. The blood magic doesn't really help you. You're not using blood magic at all with this set. You are using just elemental magic as far as I can tell. Nothing I saw so far has cost health to use. Then the next thing you can make is the Essence Cauldron. While this does improve your Magic Weaver to tier 2, it is also its own crafting set. And this is where you craft your elixirs and your ITER food. You do not craft it off in the cauldron or anything like the other mods we've used. They all go into their own crafting station. You start with the ability to make the Gloomberry set, the ale, the tart. If you wish to, you can use both together at the same time. That will give you 35. That will give you 35 ITER only, though, which is not enough to use the Dawn Star, the Day Star, and the Candle of Vital Light. You would still only be able to use Luminaris. So I would actually, at the beginning, only use the one that gives you 20, the Ale, because you don't need more. If you want to cast more, sure, but I didn't have any problem whatsoever. And also, you don't need to make the elixirs. I was hoping the elixirs would like give you, since it says its effect duration is 120, I would hoping they would give you an extra 45 iter to cast with. That's why I made it at first, but no. What this does is it just refills you with 45 iter and per second for 120 seconds. It doesn't actually give you a higher iter, maximum iter, which is unfortunate. I thought that would be kind of cool if it did that for a temporary boost so you could use the others, but nope, it does not do that, unfortunately. Now, to make the Essence Cauldron, you are going to need a mouse's spoon, and those can drop off anything, really, but you are, I think you are guaranteed to get one off of the Elder. Ah, you need to kill a troll. Just drops from a troll. So apparently it's a guaranteed drop from a troll. Okay. I thought you had a small chance to get it off of other mobs and then a guaranteed chance off of Elder, but no, you're guaranteed to drop from a troll. So you need one of those to craft this. So yes, and then you unlock the bog mist jelly and the brew, which are your next tiers. And once you get to this point, use them both because they give you 50 iter, and that allows you to use the Day Star and the Candle of Vital Light as well. I want to say it was unfortunate when I found out that it does not boost your iter like I thought. The potion, the elixirs, it just gives you a regen of iter. Unfortunately, it would have been kind of cool if they would have been able to like give you the regen on top of or a small regen on top of maxing your iter up by that 45. Maybe give you a 5 iter regen or something like that. But it is what it is. And then eventually you get the Dark Monolith, which you get when you start getting Iron, Ectoplasm, and Spirits of Death. Ectoplasm is if you don't know, if you haven't really run into it, because it is kind of hard to get, is Ghost in the burial chambers can give you it. And also, I think, I'm not sure, but you may be able to get some out of the wraiths off in the swamp. I'm not sure about that, though. Yeah. But it's very, very good. The whole set. It's just, because the first thing I made, because the only thing I had unlocked was the Day Star at that point, I made it thinking I could, like, use it or somehow, like, the elixir would give me the mana to use it, kind of use it as I knew it was kind of going to be a minion thing, kind of, but I thought I would be able to use it and then eventually get the Luminaris, but no, go for the Luminaris. It's actually the first weapon that you get. Don't try and use the Day Star or the Candle early. So that deal you saw earlier of Bone Mass was actually the first time I killed Bone Mass. That's why you saw me put the head on the trophy. But with that, I now am able to use the Death Collar set. The Death Collar set is all about poison and resisting frost. So, poison damage and resisting frost. That's why I did not use it when I was in the swamp. It's because it didn't really work. Doing poison damage is not going to help you in the swamp. So if you want to go to the swamp, keep your old set to go back into the Lightbringer set. Now, I would like to get the great Glaive Blight and try it out, and also get a Carrion Breath as well. I don't know if I can use those. Let's see real quick. So, how much do those cost? The Carrion Breath only costs 7. Huh. It must be just AoE or something. And then the 15 for the Grave Blight. Interesting. Okay. So I'm going to need probably 8. Luckily, I got really lucky with this world. There's a bunch of circling spawners. Sometimes I've gone to circling, going to swamps and not have any kind of circling spawners around. But this time I was able to get one. Let's grab that. And then we want... Why can I not make the Carrion Breath? Oh, I need... Oh, okay. I'll just have to go and grab it out. I do have the 3 trophies, I'm pretty sure. It just doesn't say I do because I have the mod that is auto crafting from chest, and I have it on where they only... is it in this one? Yeah. Where it will leave one in there, so it will never ever count. So if you when you go to deposit items into the chest, it will have one in there, so you can quick stack and stuff like that. So I should be able to make the deal now. Carrion Breath, that's it, right? Yeah, I've got the Glaive, so Carrion Breath. All right. I'm going to keep that and that. Keep those, that one and that one. So I keep my heal, but I'll get rid of those 2. So it's almost nighttime again, so let's go ahead and go in. Off. I don't have a way down to Motor yet. I haven't been down that way. The map is okay. It just things are far apart. I want to say the things are far apart. That going. Oh, they got pulled into here. That's why. Where they at? Oh, there. Since it's winter, I can't plant outside, so I was able to go get a seed bed. This you need, it's a mod, and it's 5 Yimmer flesh is the main thing you need for this. It's under collector series to go get. So go to Haldor and buy 5 Ymir flesh. And I didn't get turnips until right before it was turning seasons to winter. So like I got it like 2 days, 3 days before winter hit. So I have to go all the way down here to get to Motor. There's no ocean to cross or anything. It's just things are really far apart, as you can see. I have an elder over here, but I'd have to cross the ocean. I didn't want to do that. So I went to the elder up here, and then the bone mass is up here. I did sell across here to get to this. That's Haldor. That's the Bog Witch. There was also a Bog Witch up here, but I decided to spawn her over there next to Haldor. And then, like, where is it? Yeah, like somewhere, like right here is Motor. So, but I want to go to the Black Forest anyway. I want to check out this new set. I haven't used it yet, so it's going to be interesting to see what it does. This is the poison set. So we have +8 to elemental and blood magic. And our cloak gives us resistance to frost with an 8% regen, so 2% more regen. And our codex gives us 150 carry weight plus 15% poison damage. So it's going to be interesting to see what this does. I need to switch those around. So this one is just giving us the poison exhale. Okay, we'll see how that goes. And then we have the Grave Blight, which I'm not sure what type of damage this does. I know it does poison damage, but I don't know if it's an AoE, a single target. What is it? Let's go find out. If we can, if I could find a troll, that would be great. If I could find a bear, that would be great as well. The light set does really great against bear. You do have to kind of just, you know, tank through it some. Really? Interesting. Oh, it's a pistol or a rifle, as the case may be. Interesting. There's a bear. Hey, Mr. Bear. Come on over here. Let's go, like, right here. See what we got. Whoops. I pushed the button. Alright, here we go. Come on. Whoops, I missed him. Or he missed me, however you want to say it. Yeah, it does great damage. Let's see what this does. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, he died pretty quickly, but that was just a grayling anyway. Okay. The damage is great. I like the damage. But yeah, I think I have to like reload every time. Yeah, I see it says loading. I think I have to load. Oh, and I can... Oh, hello. What are you doing here? Am I in the mountains? No, but I'm close. I think that's 4. 5. 5. Okay. I split it in 7. No, split it in 8. And I harvest it in 9. Interesting. And I also killed this thing. So I'm wondering if I have like penetration. Yeah, it looks like I do penetrate. Interesting. Okay. So I penetrate. Do I do damage with this to the trees? No. There's no damage to the... It eats through your either, but it is your AoE answer. Okay. That's interesting. Oh, I didn't bring them with me. I thought I brought my... I thought I'd already put my frost meads up there, but I didn't. I'll just have to just get out of the mountain so we don't die due to health freezing. Yeah, don't want to die due to freezing. There's nothing there, so there ain't even no need to go up there. I mean, we could harvest wolves or something, but that's it. It's got a little bit of an AoE to it, but if you wanted to harvest, if you want to get easier, get deers and stuff, you definitely want to keep your light collar staff, your luminaris. That is so easy farming the deers and stuff once you get that. So, huh. Let's go over here. Hmm. Yeah, I have to let it load. I tried shooting it before then to get the deer early, but I do have to let it load. I'm gonna head over here. This is where I got the Raydorf thing. It's a little precise. It's got a little bit of an AoE to it, but pretty small, all things considered. Hey, man, come on over here. So this is a 1-star. Okay, a full Eider bar will kill it with damage over time. But what if we just do the little spray? He dies. He's immune. Skeletons are immune to it. Okay. Interesting. So we gave him a little spritz. How long does it last? Can it kill a Great Dwarf Brute? No. Okay. But it's close. Just 2 spritz will do him. Okay. Also, the Lunaris is really hard to freaking get. I have to say. You may want to change it. I'm not sure. Up to you. The reason why the Lunaris is so hard to get is because you have to have a Grey Dwarf Brute trophy to make it. I didn't show that. I should have. I'll do that before I end the video. So I think you have to get 2 different ticks on him. 1 tick ain't gonna do it. Or did it? Nah, 1 tick does not do it. Even if you kind of keep on him. Ow. Yeah, I got another one. Okay. That's the only second one I've ever gotten. Is why I wanted to mention that to y'all. I had spent like a whole day over there farming that thing for the trophy to get my staff. But yeah, you're gonna have to farm the a spawner to get oh, hi friendo. Let's go deal with you. Let's see if you can give us some information here. Alright, so we got him. He's poisoned. It's doing great damage to him. Let's switch to this. Does a lot of damage. Yep. Does a lot of damage to him. All right. So yeah, the that works really well. You ain't gonna heal from nothing. So you can overwhelm a guy there. So that's nice to know. Let's get out of here before we die due to freezing, because I keep on heading the wrong way. Okay. Okay, so if you load it, it doesn't need to it you don't need to. Okay, if you put it away, you have to load it completely again. But I don't know if this is a mod interaction because I have a thing that overhauls the sheet, the back stuff. If I push R to put it on my back, if I pull it out, I have a little bit of a reload I need, but nowhere near as long as one. So, interesting. All right. So that's interesting to know. Also, skeletons are immune to the breath weapon. So you need to be aware of that. Hey, bear. I done killed one of you. I don't need to kill another one. Ooh. Yeah, I am heading the right way now to head home. Yeah. So that's interesting to know. You can kill them with the Grave Blight weapon, though. The one that needs you to load, I think is what it's called, right? Yeah, Grave Blight. Because it does physical damage on top of the poison. The thing of it is, though, is it also does blunt damage. The physical damage is blunt damage. So that skeletons are actually weak to the blunt damage. So you're actually doing, like, really great damage to them with it, even then. With them even being immune to the poison part. So that's interesting to know. There is no... Yeah, there is no physical component to the carrion breath, so that's why it doesn't damage them at all. They're completely immune to poison, so interesting. Okay. But I can already tell you, besides the Viking summoners, Simmons, Viking summoner mod summons, I am enjoying this a whole lot more than other ones. I can tell you that much. It is like really, really great. All the stuff you can get here. Pick up the wolf meat, pick up the bear meat. Reason why is because it's like pretty far away. Throw that in there. That can go in there as well. Okay. Yeah, it's the first wolf I killed. That's why it doesn't have anywhere to put anything. So throw that in there. Here. Yep, that's good to go here. That's that. There. That could go there. And I have this one here. That. And that as well. Right. I don't think that wolf unlocked anything. I don't think there was enough. Okay. So let me talk about the totem set. I haven't made it yet, but according to the way this works, the Google Sheets and the description of the mod on Thunderstore, the way the um, totem collar set works, and it is called a alternative uh, set of magic. So instead of doing light star, the light color set, you could do the totem color set as well. And basically, what this does is it gives you 5% movement speed, dodge stamina usage minus, which means you use less stamina while dodging, running plus 10, and jump plus 10. Those two skills get plus 10 to them. What this does is allow, I think the way this works, I haven't tested it, but it seems to me with the description of the set, is it allows you to use these totems. And this totem right here gives you health, stamina, regen, damage versus pierce resistance. We get more blocking, and it only lasts 3 seconds though. And then the earthquake totem set debuffs enemies and does very little damage. Basically, it's a deal where you can use this totemotic boomerang to do your damage. So basically, this is to keep the enemies more in place. This is to help you heal, and this is to do your damage. And then you have the set itself to use. The sets also come with the totem color sets also come with ITER regen on them. And this, I think, is your cape, which gives you ITER regen plus also more run damage minus usage, which means you take less damage while sprinting. So yeah, it's just an alternative set. There's also the wind color set that's also an alternative set, and I think the storm color set as well that you can use. All the other sets I think are like the sets that the game intends you to follow through on. But I'm loving this. It's very very good. It was unfortunate that the elixirs did not work as like I thought they did. I thought the elixirs would like boost your enter by that amount, but only for a limited amount of time. But no, you still need to eat the food, and you can't use the Daystar straight up at first because of how much it cost. And then you use your Lunaris, and then I was going to show you this. I still haven't done it yet. The Lunaris calls the Brute Trophy to make. So that's another big thing to getting your first weapon is you need to get this trophy, which, like I said, I spent over a day trying to get my first one to get it to drop, and I play on 3 times drops. And I only got the one after a day of in-game day of farming and things like that. So yeah. But it's not like really really terrible, but it is a grind that I wasn't expecting. Because I unlocked the Daystar first, so I thought maybe this should be my weapon. I can get the stuff to make the elixirs, so there is that. With making the elixirs, I could get the things going, the elixirs, I could get the Daystar going, and that'll help me farm the trophy. But no, I was getting too far ahead of myself. I wanted to play with magic now, but I had to wait even longer than I thought. And that was my own mistake for not understanding that. But I just wanted to make y'all aware of that. But once you get it, once you get the stuff, it is really, really fun. The damage is top tier. It's a lot better than any others that I played with so far. Even the Magic Revamp mod, while the damage is kind of close, it's not as much. And also, the fact that they give you a great AoE to begin with is just awesome. It helped you out so much in your early farming. So yeah, I'm going to be taking a break here for a little bit. It is Christmas Day, so Merry Christmas for everybody who sees this video, or it'll be past that because it'll be like January when this video is released. But yeah, so I want to thank everybody for watching. I'll come back later on and we'll go kill Motor. I do want to go up to the mountain, I want to get down to where Motor is, go up to the mountain and get some farming in for silver, furnace claws, Fenris claws, I think they are, the Fenris hair and all that stuff, so I can see what the next thing is to get. Oh, one thing I guess I should mention, the way the gear is progressed. Let me show you this. You should already you I should have already said something about this, but I didn't. I just forgot until just this second. The way the gear is progressed is this set right here, the light color set, is made to kill bone mass. It's the way you can go further with it, according to the description of the mod. But this set is pretty much all about killing bone mass with it. And then once you get past bone mass, you can switch to poison to do more damage. Because I think, let me check real quick. I know Motor is not is if you can't get fire damage, the next best damage for Motor is poison damage. But let me check. I don't know about Yugolith. I've never faced him, so I don't know. Uh, Enemy resistances. So the Grayling and the Necks and the are resistant, so are the Grey Dwarfs to the poison damage. But we have so much blunt damage on top, 30 blunt damage, that the poison it just kills them. So that's easy. The leech is resistance. There, the Dragar, the Blob, the Oozer, the Wraith, the Abomination, the Surtling, and the Bone Mass out of the swamp. All of those, except for the leech, are immune to poison damage. So you don't want to use any poison damage in there. That's why they have the light color set. So the leech is the only one that is just resistant to it. In the mountains, the cultist and the ulv, the ones you find off in the frost caves, are weak to it. The thin ring is just resistance, just like the gray dwarf, and the bat and the stone golem are immune to it. So yeah. But oh, okay, that's interesting. In the plains, the boss of the area, is immune to poison. Huh. I'm guessing that you must unlock frost damage or something then. Let me see. Let's see. Frost. I don't. Why is there? Okay. I found the deal for the bosses. So motor is um, weak to fire, of course, and is immune to frost, spirit, and stagger. So motor can't use the light color set because you're just doing, except for your blunt damage, you're just doing um, straight spirit damage. So you can't use your light color set there. Uh, the bone mass is actually weak to frost, resists fire. So if you had frost, you could fire get him easier. Of course, the elder is weak to fire. Is immune to poison though, and spirit damage. So basically, when I was facing the elder earlier, he wasn't actually taking spirit damage. It was just a blunt damage. That's why it took so much longer to kill him. Exir has no weaknesses and no resistances, and is immune to stagger. But Eugalith is has no weaknesses, but is resistant to fire, pierce, and is immune to poison, stagger. So if we do get the ability to get frost damage, then he's not resistant to it, and he's also not immune to it. So we would have to see about somehow getting frost damage. The queen, the boss after Euglith, is immune to spirit damage, so no light color set, and a resistance to pierce, but you can use fire, poison, whatever you want there, apparently. Okay. And then Fader, the last boss, is immune to fire and spirit. Okay. And then we have mini bosses. We have the aggressive creatures. Trolls are also immune to spirit damage. Um, the ghosts are especially weak to spirit damage. So you can get your ectoplasm pretty easily with the light color set. Bears are weak to fire, actually. Resistant to frost, blunt, pierce, immune to spirit, chop, pickaxe. So poison is good against them. That's why we did so much damage. Okay. Um, Let me scroll down here. The serpent in the ocean is weak to frost. What about the spirit damage? Immune to spirit. Okay. Swamp. The abomination is weak to fire, of course. Most things in there are. Immune to spirit. Okay. That's why it took so long for me to kill him, but I was able to get over it. Blobs. Um, what is immune to spirit? The Surtlings are immune to spirit. Okay. That's interesting. And so is the Kuzvitar? Oh, the Bog Witch's sweeping broom is immune to spirit. Okay. All right. The mountain, where we're about to go. We have weaknesses to what? The wolves are immune to spirit. So if you go to the mountain, you're just going to be doing blunt damage. Drakes are immune to spirit as well. Weakness is fire, but nothing to poison. The one thing that has a resistance to poison is the furring, which is the werewolf, the standing werewolf guy out in the world at night. Stone Golem is weak to pickaxe, pierce, slash, immune to fire, frost, poison, spirit. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. So, your bat is immune to poison. So, Yeah. Fire and spirit weaknesses. Elves are weak to poison, and then the cultists, the werewolves with the red shawl that flow flames, are poison weak and but are immune to fire. Elves are resistant to fire. The only thing you really have to worry about in the mountain is the bats and the stone golem being immune to poison. Everything else is either got a resistance or nothing to it. Okay. Or weak to it. Okay. Let's see. Poison, the vials are immune. Poison for the growth is immune. Spirit for the furlings. All furlings and the locks are immune to spirit, and so is the Desquito. But they don't have anything against poison, so they're just neutral to it. So we should do pretty good against them with poison. Um, Weak to fire of the vial and the growth, and the locks are weak to fire. Frost, the locks are resistance to it, and so is the growth, and so is the vial. But nothing is immune to frost in the plains. Interesting. Everything in the Mistlands is immune to spirit. And the Ashlands, um, one immune to spirit. Everything is pretty much immune. Almost everything is pretty much immune to poison. Um, Nothing is immune to frost, it looks like. Which, being the Ashlands, I didn't think it would be. Something is resistant to it. Or no, it's got a weakness to it. Okay. Huh. All right. Well, that's interesting to know going forward. So yeah, the way the mod is tiered is you need to go and do is just progress with the mod. Light color until you defeat bone mass, and then switch to poison. Just watch out for a couple of enemies in the mountains, like I think the wolves are immune to poison, and no, they're not immune, but they're resistant to it. And the um, stone golem and the bats are immune to poison. Is the only thing you need to worry about. I'm very tired. I'm going to go probably take me a break for a little bit, get me some dinner, and then I'll come back and start getting towards motor, getting silver and all that stuff set up for us. So I will see y'all later. Thank y'all for watching. I will, like I said, I'll see y'all later. Y'all have a nice time, whatever time it is in y'all's part of the world. Bye.